Hey guys, Randall Cornet here. Hope you guys are all having a great day. Wanted to make a quick video. Better late than never. I'm sorry it's so late. That being said, just jumping right into it, today we did have another 8.4 million shares shorted in the dark pool. And the overall short position over the last 20 days has increased to 555 million, which exceeds the entire float. Pretty crazy stuff. So one thing I've been paying attention to when diving into these dark pools is this short exempt volume. And what does it mean and kind of what could it be telling us? So just breaking it down for you guys, what is short exempt? Short exempt refers to a short sell order exempted from the uptick rule regulation as governed by the SEC. Understanding short exempt orders are allowed to initiate short selling of securities even during times that may be otherwise restricted. These are statistically very rare, and most retail traders will not experience the effect of these restrictions or their exemptions because the modified uptick rule only kicks in under extreme circumstances, and the exemption to this rule occurs in only very rare cases within those extreme circumstances, which I think that AMC is. I think we are a very unique and rare circumstance. Moving on. Though the SEC oversees brokers who issue short sell orders, they do not execute regularly scheduled audits or required regularly filed reports by brokers. Instead, the SEC expects broker-dealers to be self-regulating by maintaining their own records, which are subject to an audit at any time. With this in mind, broker-dealers are required to document their policies for how they mark orders as exempt, and if audited, provide evidence that they have followed their documented policies and procedures. Now, what this is telling me is that these brokers can mark whatever the hell they want as a short exempt share or volume, right? So they could short a share. They don't have to follow this uptick rule. They don't have to do anything. They can not follow. And what it says down here is basically they can work in prices outside of the national best bid or offer, which means that they can basically initiate short sell positions without having to follow basically the best price practices. It's really crazy. And this is telling us that they're governed by, the SEC, who doesn't really check on them, who's not really doing anything. So they're meant to regulate themselves so they can go and they can report that a share is short exempt based off of their judgment, for the most simple way to put it. And that's crazy. So when things like SSR happens, they don't have to follow the rules. They can continue shorting the stock. And so looking at what the uptick rule is, because we heard that word a couple of times, the uptick rule, also known as the plus tick rule, is a rule established by the SEC that requires short sales to be conducted at a higher price than a previous trade. What this is designed to do is make it so you can't just plummet a stock by shorting it. So typically you would have all short sales follow this rule, but not short exempt volume. You can continue to do this. You don't have to follow the uptick rule when the share is short exempt, volume. And so if we're looking at this, look at these numbers. We're in the millions, 6 million. And I want to show you guys something. This is right here, the top. This is a new chart. This is GameStop. They're not even breaking over 100,000 rarely. There's only 2 days where they were, over one day they were over 260, but that's it. Everything's under 100,000. Now check out AMC. Look at our short exempt volume. It's crazy. And if we go back, this is basically these are the dates right here. So this is from June 2nd to May 12th and so forth. If we look at January, this is what I wanted to show you guys. Oh, I went back too far. Look at one point in January, they had zero. The short exempt volume was zero, and it's just increased over time. And so if I want to show you guys something else too, this is the Clove grid now. So this is Clove. There's 2 days where their short exempt volume kind of blew up, which is the 8th and 9th. Okay. If we go over and look at the Clove chart, this is the 8th and 9th, right? These dates. And this is right at pretty much at the peak of where Clove went. And then the following days, you just see a crash. And I think that this is could be potentially a big reason why we're seeing that, and why this is kind of telling. The fact that we're seeing such high short exempt volume, I don't understand why that number is so high compared to other stocks like GameStop, and this is Apple, and you know how much volume they have. Look at, they're not in the millions. They're not 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, 6 million. So it's crazy to me that we have so much short exempt volume where they can basically freely go about doing the business. Like they can short it at the prices they want, and nobody's really looking at this. And so I don't know if our movement eventually is going to bring the SEC to maybe look at this, or because I can't see any other way this could be allowed if you look at it compared to the other stocks, right? And they could do this, like I said, if the SSR is triggered, it doesn't matter. They could still flow and keep doing what they want to do. So that in mind, we have, 60%, guys. If we look at, let me pull up Market Chameleon here and look at what the actual dark pool data was overall for today. And let's take a look here. So today, 56% of all the volume was done in the dark pool for AMC, which is crazy, which is why we see probably negative 8 million shares shorted there. And that was 56 million in total volume in just the dark pool alone. So crazy stuff to think about. And like I said, this short sell exemption stuff, I'm going to dig more into this because it's super interesting to me. And the fact that you could see maybe, like I thought Clove was a really good example of when you've seen that number spike, what happened to the stock afterwards, right? And no regulation again. So to me, I just think that there's got to be something more to that. Like that number's got to be more important to us. Why is AMC's so high, especially compared to like a stock like GameStop, which we're like so tied to, you know what I mean? So the overall takeaways, in the last 20 days, there's been more short volume. Like AMC's been shorted more than the entire float in the last 20 days in just the dark pool alone. So do I believe in the MOAS? Yes. And I'm excited to see kind of where we go. This video has become a little bit difficult for me. I'm starting to lose my voice, but if you guys enjoy the content, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, all that beautiful stuff. I appreciate all the support. I've been growing like a weed, and I thank you guys for that. So with that being said, I will catch you guys later. Peace. Love you long time.